I am gonna wait until my phone. Aha! It tells me that we're live, so that must mean we're live. What is up, fam squad? How's everybody doing today? I'm doing pretty good, As you can notice, I am late again. It is 5:10 p.m. and I said last stream that I was gonna do it at 2 p.m. Well, you know what? Fuck you. I'm kidding. No, don't. No, I had some shit to do. I had more errands to do. Also, we ran out of water, and when I got the water, I didn't want to go during the stream and like grab water every so often over at the kitchen, so I brought it here with me. I'm that lazy, and you know what? That's okay. I have my cup right here. And if I want more water, I have it right here. What's up, CJ? How you doing? Sorry, Link. I scared him with that noise. Oops. My bad. Anyways. Alright, let's go ahead and continue where we left off. So, last thing that we did was this. Where is it? Let's go ahead and do this real quick. In this prefab, we made a new command. Prefab, which goes into the cabin, screen profile menu, and in the scroll view, in the... Hold on, let me move my phone a little bit. I can't see the bottom left corner of the screen. You guys can, I cannot. Actually, that is a lie. That is a lie. You guys can't see this portion down here, right here, like where my camera is. I'm doing pretty good, CJ. Thanks for asking. Let's move this stuff over real quick. Boom. Over here. Right. Whatever. This is my left and this is my right, even though it's the other way around. Let me grab Twitch chat and move it up. Right there. That's fine. So now you can see what I'm doing here. I don't know, how you doing, CJ? I'm doing pretty good. So this, if I move it over to the content tab, boom, it pops up. And then all I gotta do is just add, if I'm not mistaken, it was like 15 or something like that, or 40, something. But all I gotta do is every time I press the add command button, it'll pop up there, do that shit, you know, simple. So scripts, add command. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Very, very simple. So we're gonna have a game object called new command prefab. Let's make this public because we want to be able to access it from the inspector. And then let's make a game object array of command list. Oh, command list of those things. Okay. Let's not make it an array. Let's make it a list, like an actual list. Game objects. Call it command list. As equal to new list of game objects. Okay, in the start function, void start, we are going to say technically command list, or here, clear command list. And then essentially what we're going to do is we're going to say private void clear command list. Oop, no, there you go. And we want to not do anything with that. We don't need any parameters. we just say for gains count is equal to 0, count is less than count, command list dot size? No. Capacity? No. Capacity is not what I'm looking for. Dot count. Plus command list add. Can I do this? Command list at 0? Like that? I can't. No, I can't. That's twice. Only assignment call implemented. Okay. Dot clear. I could do that, but I need to get all the lists first. Command list add count dot game object. I want to destroy it first, and then command list dot remove game object item. Command list add count dot. Will that work? I'm not sure if that'll work. Let's see, private add command. Void add. Whenever this add command function gets called, so game object new command is equal to instantiate new command prefab. As long as the object original returns from the parent, that will be assigned. Public game object. Is this a game object? Is this considered a game object right here? I guess so. Let's see. If I say using Unity Engine .ui. No, not Unity Engine. Yeah, it's Unity Engine. Sorry. What is this? Oh, that's fine. Public content size filter resizes a rec transfer to fit the size of its content. GUI content of a GUI on. Okay, never mind. Let's just do game object for now. Public game object. Viewport, and then that's gonna be here. Let's put that on. Can we put this in the camera? On the create profile menu. Let's go on the create profile menu, or I don't know. Let's put this under the main camera for right now. Yeah, see, so it's gonna ask for the new command prefab. Here, if I save this. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's not gonna do anything. And viewport. And let's do that. What does this do? Oh, the transform. There you go. Should be asking for it now. So the new command prefab is this one right here, and then the viewport is going to be right there, the content. Bam. So that should be its parent. And this can't be private, unfortunately. I have to do that. I have to make it public so the button can actually access it. kind of stupid, I know, but what can you do? What can you do? Is the music too loud? I feel like it's a little too loud. We'll lower it down a little bit. Okay, so I guess let's hook this up. So where's that add command button right here? Blam. Okay, so on click, what we want to do is let's go to the main camera, blap. Okay, and we want to call add command UI. Yeah. Add command. There you go. Save. Now, before that, it's gonna instantiate that. Then what it's gonna do, I'm gonna have a private int count or command num commands, number of commands. Boom. At the start, because that's how it's supposed to be. Num commands 0. Bam. And then new command dot translate. Let's transform that. Translate. It's gonna be new vector 3 dot down. No, sorry, new vector 3. Sorry, no. Vector 3 dot down times count. It should work. Oh, sorry. Num commands. Yeah, so if private int distance between commands, and if I'm not mistaken, here, let's test it out real quick. So if I put this, I grab this and put it in there, and then I grab this and put another one in there. Boom. What I want to do is I want to move this down. Oh, I actually wanted to subtract, right? Oh, that's fine. Negative 115 is cool. So then, negative 115 and 85. Here. 115 minus 85 is 30. So the distance between commands, it would be 30 units. So it'll be times distance between commands times number of commands. So if it's at 0, if there's no commands, it'll start here. And if it has one command, then alright, we'll go to the second one here, and so on and so forth. That should be working fine already. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. Oh no, I just opened up again. I'm gonna do something real quick. Because the music's actually bothering me. Let me concentrate as much as I would like to. So, what's gonna do? This one. Okay, this one I'm gonna move it over here. You guys should be hearing it in a second. I stopped hearing it, thank the Lord, because I couldn't hear myself think. There's a lot of music in one place. That's a banger. It's a very big banger. Here. Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, this should already work. If I press play, boom. Alright, that's a command. That didn't work. Press pause. I do this. Oh, because I'm stupid. Because I am stupid. Num commands plus plus. So what's going to happen is every time I call this, it's going to add 1 to it. But only after after this line gets done. So there you go. So press play. Now, and I do add command, add command, add command. Fuck yeah! And then if I add an infinite amount, oh no. Oh wait. Fuck. Let's look at this viewport. Show mask graphic. Okay, so no horizontal. Movement type unrestricted. Inertia, yeah, that's fine. Viewport, horizontal scroll bar, none. There shouldn't be a horizontal scroll bar. So press play now. It should only go up. Does it stay now? Oh wait. That a shit ton. There you go. There you go. Hello? Wait, why could you go further up? That is not what I want. Why can you, why are you allowed to do that? Okay. I'm gonna set it plant. There you go. How about now? Let's see. Obviously right now I can't really do anything. Let's add a shit ton of commands. I can't scroll yet. Shouldn't be able to. I still can't scroll yet. Okay. Let's see what you say. Okay. We're looking at the vertical scroll bar. Auto hide and expand. So the unrestricted one works just fine until you go past, where you're supposed to go. I want it clamped, but the problem is like constantly expanding. So how would I know when to, or like how would I tell it to go? Let's see, maybe we have a. Scroll view, sorry. Scroll view. There's a video here. Let's pause this. Let's put this back in so I can hear it. Hello, where'd it go? Here it is. Bam, default. And let's watch this video real quick.
So the next step is to actually add the scroll view. So I'm going to add it to this panel that we created. I'm going to right click on the panel and choose UI scroll view. Now this, some of you may have seen our previous training about creating runtime scroll lists, and this is where things have changed a little bit since about a year and a half ago when we did that. The scroll view is now an element in the UI menu here, and it will create a scroll view. So previously you had to create a panel and then add a scroll rect component and set everything up by hand. Now, if you just create a scroll view, we'll see that it comes with a viewport, which has a content child game object, and it also has a horizontal and vertical scroll bar automatically created. So a number of steps that you previously would have had to do manually have now been sort of packaged up into this pre-made set of game objects, which is pretty handy. And this is one of the reasons we wanted to update this training. So now we have the scroll view, which has the main component here, which is the scroll rect component. And the scroll rect component governs the behavior of our scroll list. So we have the movement type, whether we can scroll horizontally and or vertically. Here we have a choice about the behavior of the scroll bars. And this is kind of interesting. So the default behavior, which is the behavior we're going to use, is to auto hide and expand them. So here we have a viewport, right? And let's push F frame selected on this. We can see the shape of the viewport. Now the content, we can see the rect of the content is actually bigger than the viewport. What this will mean is that it will automatically, or it's bigger along the vertical axis. So this will automatically cause our vertical scroll bar to be enabled and displayed so that we can view, even if it's empty, we can view this full content rec. So let's just take a look at that quickly. We'll play our scene. And now we can see, there's nothing in there, right? But we can see that the scroll bar for the horizontal axis is disabled because there's no additional content that needs to be displayed. But because we have that larger content rect, the vertical scroll bar is enabled by default. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the entire scroll view, and in the rect transform, we are going to stretch it to fit the Scroll Shop A panel. So just click on that, and then I'm going to drag down the rect so that it begins at the top of the where the header image ends. Okay. Now, our viewport and our content is now actually much smaller than the viewport, right? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to, let's take a look at how this is sort of set up with the viewport and the content. So I'm going to add a piece of content as a child. So I'm going to right-click on content with it selected, go UI, image, which is going to create an image, and I am going to select an image here, and we will choose a sprite, and the sprite we're going to use is this sky sprite. And I'm going to take that sprite and stretch it to fit the rect of the content, and I'm going to take the content and make it much bigger, right? Let's make it bigger both on the vertical and the horizontal axis, right? And our image is stretching to fit that content rect, the parent. So now, if we play, we'll see that both our vertical and our horizontal scrolling are enabled, right? Because we have a larger piece of content than the viewport. Now, the way that this is set up is that we have a mask component attached to the viewport and an image component. So the mask component is what causes this to behave like a window. If we turn this off, we can see that we can still, and we can also click just on the content and drag it around as well as using the scroll bar. So we can see, right, that it is no longer masked, it just displays this big floating image, and so it's the mask component that sort of props it to fit in the viewport rect. If we want to use a custom mask, we can just by changing the source image in the image component, which is attached to the same game object. So we could choose, for example, this knob, sort of low resolution circle, but we can see that this is going to create this sort of circular vignette mask shape. So if you want, and the reason this is jaggy is just because it's a tiny low res knob image, but you can make your own custom masks if you want to have cool shaped windows, and do that by replacing the source image here. We're just going to go back to this default UI mask image. And we can actually delete this. Well, actually, before we do that, let's take a look at the
what if I add shit to
so
it? Like
right now, the behavior that we have, movement type we have, is elastic, right? So we can see we actually go past the bounds of our content, and then it will bounce back. And I'm just clicking, and we can kind of flick it and toss it. So this is kind of similar to maybe the behavior that you would see on iOS, where there's some inertia and some bounciness. And so this is this elastic movement type in the scroll rect. We can control the elasticity, whether there's inertia, the properties for that. We also have an unrestricted option. What this means is that we can actually just go outside of the area of the content. It's pretty easy to lose your content doing that, but you may find a case where that makes sense or you need to do that. The last is sort of the simplest. It's the clamped mode, and in this case, we can go to the edges of our content, but we can't overshoot. We're going to stick with the elastic default mode because that works pretty well for our example. Okay, so let me just take a quick look at the chat, and before we move on to starting to add some buttons to this scroll list.
Ah! Are you kidding me? Oh. That's fucking... Okay. Adding buttons via script. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that one. Let's watch that one real quick. At 2 times speed. That way we can see what's going on.
We are going to get a new object from our object pool and store a reference to it in new button, right? So let's just take a quick look at simple object pool at that method, right? So we have here our function get object. It returns a game object. So we have a game object variable called spawn game object, and we're going to check if there's an inactive instance of the prefab ready to return. We're going to return that, right? If there isn't, we're going to spawn one using instantiate. We're going to create a new one.
Yeah. Not sure why he's doing a pool.
We're going to add a pooled object component to it so that we know which pool it came from, and set a reference to the script in that pooled object, and pooled object down here at the bottom just literally just holds this reference to the object pool that spawned it. And then we are going to set the parent to null and set it to inactive, right? Or sorry, we're going to set parent to null and activate the object, right? Because this is spawning one. And then we're going to return that object. So once we've got our object from the pool, we are going to, notes here again, parent it to the content panel, right? So we're going to say new button, transform, set parent. This is good. Can't type content panel. So by parenting it to the content panel has the vertical layout group on it, and so this new button is now going to be added to our vertical layout and thereby laid out and arranged correctly. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to tell the button to set itself up. So we're going to declare a sample button variable called sample button, and we're going to set it to equal new button dot get component sample button. So we're going to get a reference to that sample button script that we attached to our sample button prefab, and then we're going to call sample button dot setup, right? And that's why I wanted to just have that stub of a function there, just so I could call it now. And what we're going to do is we're going to pass in our item and a reference to this shop scroll list, right? So let's jump back over to our sample button and add in the sample button the parameters so that it can accept that. So setup is going to take an item called current item, and it's going to take a shop scroll list called current scroll list. And so in setup, we're going to set item. Oh, and we need to add two private variables. So we're going to have a private item called item and a private shop scroll list called scroll list. So in setup, we're going to then set item to equal current item, the item that was passed in when the function was called, and we're going to set name label dot text to equal item dot item name, right? So basically what we're doing now is we've passed in our data class item, which has name, the price, and the icon image, and now we're going to display that data on our name label, price label, and icon image, right? So we are going to then set price label.text to equal item.price.toString, and we're going to set icon image.sprite to equal item.icon. And lastly, we're going to set the scroll list of our sample button to equal current scroll list. And so this way, our button knows what list it currently belongs to. And we're going to use that when we set up our interactivity in a second. So let's save the changes to the sample button. Save the changes to all of our scripts. Convert. And so before we can test, we just need to have something call our add button function. And we're going to have a intermediate function here, another private function that returns void called refresh display.
Public, not private. This will be corrected in the video. Okay.
And so this is going to be called every time something changes, right? If we buy an item or sell an item or the game starts, we're going to call refresh display. And for now, we're just going to call add buttons. And we're going to call refresh display from start. So now what we should be able to do is when we start, we should be able to display a list of buttons that don't yet do anything, but we have at least the building of the list working. And before I continue, let's take a look. So we're going to jump over to the editor, set up our items, and do a couple more things. But before I do that, let's take a look at the chat and see how you guys are doing.
How about you show me it?
Somebody's asking.
Ah. So, I mean,
so now we've got our sample button setting itself up. We've got our shop scroll list adding buttons from the list. Let's jump over to Unity. And now we can delete the sample button. Let's just make sure we've applied our changes. Before we delete it, we can delete it from the hierarchy. And then if we select our content object, we can see in our scroll list, we now have this public item list and we have these public fields that we can set up. So let's set those up. I'm going to drag a reference to the content panel, and I'm going to drag a reference to the gold display, and drag a reference to the button object pool. We don't have our other shop set up, so I'm going to leave that empty for now. We'll come back to it. So to populate the item list, we're going to expand the item list. Currently it has a size of 0, meaning there are no items. I'm going to add one item. That's going to add element 0 here. And when we open it up, we have our fields that we can fill in. So I'm going to call this item a coin. I'm going to select the coin sprite here using the asset picker for the icon, and I'm going to set the price to 1. Then I'm going to add another element just by setting the size to 2. Let's set it to 3, actually. Do 2 at once. That's going to duplicate the last element in the array, or in the list, rather. And I'm going to call this one bomb, and choose the bomb sprite, and we'll set the price of that to 2. And then for the third one, let's get a, what should we use? Hat. This is going to be a hat, and its price is going to be 4. Okay, so now we should be able to play our scene, and there we go. So now we're pulling in the icon image, the name, the price, and populating them in our list, right? We can click on them, we can drag, and so the kind of display portion of our list building is working, but as of now, we don't have any interactivity or any way to refresh the list. And so that is what we're going to do next. So let's exit.
Okay.
So we're gonna jump back over
so far that works, but not until it goes past like a certain thing. It hasn't even showed that yet. Let's see, sample button. Does it do anything when it comes to like stretching the viewport or anything? I need to see what it does with this content panel. Add buttons. Doesn't do anything with the content panel. Yeah. Maybe I'm missing something. Fuck. What the fuck? Don't know why. What does this do? That it's like not running. Oh well. Man.
Ball.
Okay, here. Let's. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Let's see. I can't scroll or anything. Not sure why. Scroll view is clamped. Oops. Elastic would work just fine, I think. Maybe. So right now, it can't really move anything. I can move. It'll like pop it back up, but it's fine. If I move it like this, if I try to go all the way down like that, it will put it back to how it started. And that's not okay. Why? Let's go over here. If I press play, oh, that's an issue. I'll fix that later. Where is the content? Okay. If I add more, clack, 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 clack. This viewport is the content. If I make this bigger, okay. So I can't scroll anymore past that. But if I were to make this bigger, I can't. Yeah, see, I can. Yeah, let's yeah. So I need to find a. I need to basically make this rectangle a lot bigger as I'm doing it. And let me see. I don't know if they do it here. I doubt it.
We are going to need some simple functions to add and remove items from our list, right? We need to be able to move, to take the item out of one list and add it to the other. So we're going to write some little simple helper functions to do that. We're going to have a
maybe it does, and I'm just
called add
retarded.
item, and that is going to take an item called item to add, and it's going to take a shop scroll list called shop list as parameters, and then it's going to simply take the shop list that we want to add something to, and use so add item to add. Yep, there we go. All right, I swear I know how to type. Okay, so that's what we're going to use to add items to a list, and then we're also going to have a remove item from the list. So we're going to declare a public function that returns void called remove item. It's also going to take an item, in this case item to remove, and a shop scroll list public function where we attempt to transfer an item, right? The player clicks on an item, they're saying they want to sell it or buy it, and we are going to attempt to do that. So we're going to declare.
Does it even show it at all?
Right, so we sell the item, we get some gold, the other shop loses some gold, and then we're going to call add item, pass in, move them, transform a button object. So every time we make a change, right, every time we update the buttons, we're also going to update the gold display with the current remaining gold total. Now, we're not completely done yet. We still need to make a small change to our button, but before other shop, that probably was. So now we've got our shop scroll list class, I think everything that we need. And we just need to add a way for our buttons to be able to interact with it. And so if we look at buttons, if we look at button prefab, the button component has this list of on-click events. And we can manually populate functions to call when the button's clicked by just clicking the plus button, dragging the game object, and choosing a function from the list, right? Choosing a public function. But you can also set this up by a script. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose the function that's going to be called by a script in the sample button class. So let's jump back over to that. We're going to go to sample button, and we are going to add a public function that returns void, and this definitely needs to be public, and it's going to be called handle click, and it is going to call scroll list.try, and hopefully everything works. So let's save. And now the other thing that we need to do before we can test is to set up our 2 copies of our scroll shop. So just make sure I've set all my public variables besides the other shop, which I have. Good. Okay, so now we can just duplicate. I'm just going to select scroll shop A, hit Control B because I'm on Windows, Command B on Mac, and change its name to scroll shop B, and I'm just going to.
I think I'm missing something. Let's see. Content. How would I stretch? Let's do that. Let's undo play. Right now, what the fuck is the content tab doing all the way the fuck over there? Let's move it down. Cause like that's where it should be. Yeah. That. Let's do that. And if I press play and add shit to it, it's technically supposed to get. Hold up. Hello? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. What can I get for you? Hello? Okay, you can hear me now. Sorry about that. I had a call that I needed to take. Maybe that's it. No, it's not, because I can't go any further. Okay. Why is it that the content doesn't get bigger?
Anchor to the left, give it a little exposition away from the edge. And now we just need to set those 2 other shop variables. So we're going to navigate to the content object, select it, and drag the other content object to the other shop field, and then vice versa. Select this content object and drag this one in. Now, just for fun, let's make these have a different list of items. So I'm going to just up the number of items in, let's put them in scroll shot B because that's kind of like the NPC store. We're just going to set that because these are cost 4. If I sell that bomb, and now I think we should be good. Let's play. Yes. So now we can see we have our list over here, and if I sell my bomb, I get 2 gold. Shop loses 2 gold, and now there's a bomb at the bottom of the list. I can buy a hat. I can scroll up and buy a coin and a bomb and hats until I run out of money. Now I have 3 gold. I can't buy this hat or this hat because these are cost 4. If I sell back a coin, I can buy another hat. And yeah, so that is the basic idea with creating a shop UI with runtime scroll list. I hope you found it helpful. We added a little content from the last, so hopefully you found it. Yeah, a container for item.
Unity viewport size. No. Unity scroll view size. Content size. How did I increase the content size? Let's say I have a panel which is assigned to blah blah blah. So if I add a button programmatically into my panel, it's mentioned from okay, let's see. You said you perform my use blah blah blah. Menus what you want is a scrollable script on a current object. Add a child to the scrollable object. That child then contains a grid script, and then you put your menus in that one. This should be a blah blah blah. Content size fitter component to it and set it to resize to a preferred size. Pretty cool. What? Unity content size fitter. Menu content size fitter. Other width is controllable. Blah blah blah. The content size fitter functions as a layout controller that controls the size of its own layout element. The size is determined by the minimum preferred sizes provided by layout element components in the game objects. Such layouts can be image or text components. Layout groups are Which one is it? It's this one now. Okay. What was it then? Check it out. Holy shit. I broke it. Yeah. That is not what I want. Or maybe it is what I want. And it's just not. Oh. So let's do clamped. Press play right now and add shit to it. It doesn't allow me to like scroll. At all. How about shit. And I can't move it right now. Do that, and move it. I actually can't do anything with it. Motherfucker. Okay. I guess I'll just change the size of it. Yeah. What's the concept of this thing right here? To like, whatever the height is of that thing. So, okay. Panel. Focus up. Okay, that's all I want. So, component. UI. Let's see. So, content is where the content goes, content to the content size figure, some type of layout group. Oh, maybe I should have listened to the first video. It should have said
Welcome to our live training on creating shop UI with runtime scroll lists. And we're going to do it for the demo, set code. And so as you can see here, we have our two columns. Each column has...
Right, I can't hear shit. Fuck. Hold up. Stop that shit. This one? Yep, that's it. Here.
Quickly use a little, what you can see here, and player list. And we look at the project, we can see the lists are empty, and then they're populated by a public. That is Unity running. And this is an empty project in 2D mode. And all I have in here is this folder of sprites. These sprites are from the 2D pack sprites asset, which you can get from the asset store, but they're only used for the icons, so you really don't particularly need them to follow along with the demo, but of course you can if you want to. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to set my background color to black on the main camera. Just select the main camera, change the background color, and then we are going to start by creating our panel. So the panel is going to hold the header text and the scroll view. So I'm just going to right click here in the hierarchy, go down to UI, panel. This will create a couple things. It creates a canvas, which we need to render any UI element, panel, game object itself, and an event system, which we need to make our UI interactive, and we will be using that. So with that done, and with the panel selected, just going to mouse over the scene view, push F, the frame selected, and then zoom in a little bit. So I am going to just numerically set this panel to the right dimensions. But first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change. So currently the panel is set to stretch over the whole canvas and thereby over the whole screen, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the mode, the UI scale mode of my canvas scaler. So instead of showing everything in a constant pixel size, we're going to see it scale to the screen size, and we're going to set a reference resolution of 1920 by 1080. So kind of like a standard HD display resolution. And the use of this is it's going to give us a more accurate view of what our UI is going to look like in those kind of dimensions. So I'm going to start by setting the minimum anchor of my UI. Let's set it around 0.75, and we'll set the maximum at 1. That's fine. And then we'll just add a little bit to the bottom and to the top. So I'm just sort of creating a little rectangle over on the right side of the screen. We're going to remove the pixel offsets, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of pixel offset from the right, just to, let's say, 50 pixels, just to give us a little space on that side. And actually, we could probably go
why I need that.
maybe 0.05 or something. We don't need to give up so much screen real estate there. And 0.95. So just setting up the kind of basic rect here. Oops, that's the wrong one. There we go. Okay, so this is all of our UI elements are going to be placed within this panel. And so the next thing that we're going to do, and let's call this will be scroll shop A. And the next thing that we're going to do is select it, right-click, and we're going to add an image. This is just going to be our little header. And what I'm going to do is I'm in the image, I'm going to click on the rect transform, and I'm going to hold down Alt and Option or Option on the Mac, and I'm going to Alt on Windows, Option on Mac, and I'm going to click on the middle, the upper centered anchor preset here to anchor to the top, and then also click Stretch to stretch it to fit.
I didn't know I did that.
With that done, I'm then going to right-click on it again on the image, and let's call this header, and then I'm going to right-click on it and go to UI and choose text. So I'm going to add some text to this. This is going to be our gold display text. And I'm just going to put some placeholder text in here, gold X, just so we can see roughly what that's going to look like. And I'm going to set the font size to 24. I'm going to make it bold as well. And set the alignment to center and middle. So we can see, right, we can see that to scale in our game view. And that should be good for that. So that's kind of like the basic boilerplate text setup.
Really?
Just take a look at the chat and see how it
is. Okay.
So the next step is actually add the scroll view. So I'm going to add it to this panel that we created. I'm going to right-click on the panel and choose UI scroll view. Now this, some of you may have seen our previous training about creating runtime scroll lists, and this is where things have changed a little bit since about a year and a half ago when we did that. The scroll view is now an element up into this pre-made set of game objects, which is pretty handy, and this is one of the reasons we wanted to update this training. So now we have the scroll view, which has the main component here, which is the scroll rect component. And the scroll rect component governs the behavior of our scroll list. So we have the movement type, whether we can scroll horizontally and or vertically. Here we have a choice about the behavior of the scroll bars. And this is kind of interesting. So the default behavior, which is the behavior we're going to use, is to auto hide and expand them. So here we have a viewport, right? And let's push F to find selected on this. We can see the shape of the viewport. Now the content, we can see the rect of the content is actually bigger than the viewport. What this will mean is that it will automatically, or it's bigger along the vertical axis. So this will automatically cause our vertical scroll bar to be enabled and displayed so that we can view, even if it's empty, we can view this full content rect. So let's just take a look at that quickly. We'll play our scene. And now we can see, there's nothing in there, right? But we can see that the scroll bar for the horizontal axis is disabled because there's no additional content that needs to be displayed. But because we have that larger content rect, the vertical scroll bar is enabled by default. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the entire scroll view, and in rect transform, we are going to stretch it to fit the scroll shop A panel. So just click on that.
Okay, let's do that first. Let's go here, that, and it says Alt. So that I didn't know. I did this. What that does, I don't know. But this is probably something different. What does it make? Does that fix my problem? Let's try it. If that fixes my problem, I'm mad. I'm upset. That does not fix my problem. Okay, carry on.
And then I'm going to drag down the rect so that it begins at the top of where the header image ends. Okay, now our viewport and our content is now actually much smaller than the viewport, right? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to...
Oh, wait, wow, actually, scroll view. That's what I should have done. Okay, that was on the scroll view. I don't need that right now. Let's see what this does.
How this is sort of set up with the viewport and the content. So I'm going to add a piece of content as a child. So I'm going to right-click on content with it selected, go to UI, image, which is going to create an image. And I am going to select an image here, and we will choose a sprite. And the sprite we're going to use is this sky sprite. And I'm going to take that sprite and stretch it to fit the rect of content, and I'm going to take the content and make it much bigger, right? Let's make it bigger both on the vertical and the horizontal axis, right? And our image is stretching to fit that content rect, the parent. So now, if we play, we'll see that both our vertical and our horizontal scrolling are enabled, right? Because we have a large piece of content.
Okay, so then the content and the viewport are completely different things. So that's the viewport, that's what gets seen. If I move this, if I edit this, or whatever. Well, yeah, I knew that. So then what I need to do is I just need to make the content bigger. What did he do?
And our horizontal scrolling are enabled, right? Because we have a larger piece of content than the viewport. Now, the way that this is set up is that we have a mask component attached to the viewport and an image component. So the mask component is what causes this to behave like a window. If we turn this off, we can see that we can still, and we can also click just on the content and drag it around, as well as using the scroll bar. So we can see, right, that it is no longer masked. It just displays as this big floating image, and so it's the mask component that sort of pops it to fit in the viewport rect. If we want to use a custom mask, we can just by changing the source image in the image component, which is attached to the same game object. So we could choose, for example, this knob, sort of low resolution circle, but we can see that this is going to create this sort of circular vignette mask shape. So if you want, and the reason this is jaggy is just because it's a tiny low res knob image. But you can make your own custom masks if you want to have cool shaped windows, and do that by replacing the source image here. We're just going to go back to this default UI mask image, and we can actually delete this. Well, actually, before we do that, let's take a look at the the other settings in a scroll rect. So right now the behavior that we have, movement type we have, is elastic, right? So we can see we can actually go past the bounds of our content, and then it will bounce back. And I'm just clicking, and we can kind of flick it and toss it. So this is kind of similar to maybe the behavior that you'd see on iOS, where there's some inertia and some bounciness. And so this is this elastic movement type in scroll rect. And we can properties. What this means is that we can actually just go out. You need to do that. The last is sort of the simplest. It's the clamped mode, and in this case, we can go to the edges of our content, but we can't overshoot. We're going to stick with the elastic default mode because that works pretty well for our example. Okay, so let me just take a quick look at the chat, and before we move on to starting to add some buttons to this.
What am I missing? What am I missing, dude? I don't understand. Like, he doesn't manually move the button. Like, he doesn't manually change the size of this. Or does he? And I'm just tripping. Okay, let's look at his code here. On click add listener, blah blah blah. Set up shop scroll list, current scroll list. Item is equal to current item. Name label the text is equal to that. Scroll list is equal to current scroll list. Scroll list here is the scroll list right here. It's private. Doesn't do anything. Handle click scroll list. I'll try. No. Shop scroll list. This yeah. Content panel. Refresh display. What does refresh? Just say my display. Gold text is equal to gold plus gold.toString. Remove buttons. What the remove button does is while content panel the child count is greater than 0. Game object to remove is equal to transform.getChild blah blah blah. And then button object pool that return object to remove. What does the fuck does that do? Dot to remove. Wait, what? Oh, button object pool that return. Oh, okay, right. It returns it to the pool. Which pool object pool da 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 da. Let's destroy it. Okay, from this pool. For 10. You just sold it. Nothing. Okay, adding buttons. Item is equal to new is equal to item list I. Game object new button is equal to button object dot get object. That doesn't do anything, right? Dot get object doesn't do shit with the nope. New button dot transform dot set parent content panel. Is that what is that perhaps what I should be doing? New button dot get component sample button dot set. Created a sample button. Maybe when he set that up, I missed something. Let's go. Let's check that out.
Now we're gonna.
Let's check that out. I apologize. It's kind of slow. I understand.
To our scroll view. So the first thing we're going to do is delete this image that we're using for our content, and we're going to select our content name object, right click, and choose UI button. Now our content area was still huge for the image, so let's scale that back in, roughly there, and we'll frame select it, and so we can see we've got our button in the middle. Now, of course, we could just manually place buttons in our content area, right? That would actually work. It would be really funny if something made a UI that actually looked like this. But we want something a little more organized, and so what we're going to do is we're going to use what's called a vertical layout group. So if we, where my button goes weird. Let's delete that one too. If we, let's just add it back in. Something wrong there. Oh, it's up there. What? What are you doing? Oh, the content, Scott. This is something I've seen before, actually, that the content area kind of jumps around. I don't totally know why. I don't know if it's a bug or not. But anyway, if that happens to you, just make sure that your content is still aligned the way you want it with the viewport. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to add a component to the content, which is it's going to be under layout, vertical layout group. And you notice when I do that, suddenly my button gets huge. It stretches to fit the entire view. Now, what the vertical layout group is trying to do is efficiently manage the space of any children vector transforms, right? So now if I manually duplicated lots of copies of my button, you can see that it will just make them smaller and smaller and smaller to fit them into this area. But we're not going to get scrolling because it's just, we can still drag, right? But it won't scroll off screen because it's
okay, so I make the vertical layout group on what? The content button? The content object?
Layout group. And you notice when I do that, suddenly my button it stretches to fit the entire view. Now, what the vertical layout group is trying to do is efficiently manage the space of any children vector transforms, right? So now, if I manually duplicated lots of copies of my button, you can see that it'll just make them smaller and smaller and smaller to fit them into this area. But we're not going to get scrolling because it's just, we can still drag, right? But it won't scroll off screen because it's stretching and squishing them to fit in content area. And that's not actually behavior that we want. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to add to our button a component called a layout element. So this is under layout, layout element. And in the layout element, we can specify a preferred height in pixels. And we're going to set this to 100. And now, on the content game object in our vertical layout group, we can tell it to not force its child objects to expand to fit the height. So now we can see we have our button, so more of a normal aspect. And the other thing that we're going to add to this, to the content object is a content size fitter. And in this case, we're going to specify for the vertical fit here, we always want to use the minimum size. And is that one wrong there? Oh, did I use the wrong? Nope, I didn't. That's the vertical.
Preferred size, you stupid.
Oh, sorry, I used the preferred height. I wanted to use the minimum height. There we go. Okay, so we want to, on our layout element, we want to be using a minimum height of 100 pixels, and we have a content size fitter that.
God damn it! I wasted so much time. Okay, so vertical layout group, blah blah blah. Force expand. No, we don't want to do that. All right, and then add component, layout element. No.
Uses the minimum.
Oh, content size fitter. Okay, so come to that. Content size fitter. Vertical fit would be preferred size. Yeah. Or no, sorry, minimum size. And then what I want to do is in this thing, I want to add a component that is called a layout element. Blam. Minimum height would be. Let's go with 50. 'Cause I'm not sure how that is. Boom. Okay, that works. It's too tall, but it works. Can I move this in real time and it'll fix it? Can? I can. Rip. Okay. That stays up right because it's a prefab. Let's do 10. Pop. That's too big. Content. Or I guess let's do preferred size. And then let's do that to preferred height to 50 or 10, sorry. Let's do that. Push play. Well, I mean, it fucking works, I guess, but it's like not. Okay, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Well, here. Let's add a few and then figure out what's going on. So it says child alignment upper left. How about let's do middle center? Ooh. Middle right? Nope. Upper center. It's a little off. But I think if I just move it by like a little bit, that'll be fine. Yeah, because right now, oh, I can't move this at all. Alright. Let's go to the content then. Spacing. Ooh. Oh. If I add more. Oh. Beautiful. Oh, wait. Does that mean that I don't need this garbage? Right here. Right here. Do I not? Hello? No. Don't do that. Don't scare me like that. Does that mean I don't need this garbage? If I press play right now, what happened here? Oh no! I don't want to start. I don't want to stop streaming. Cancel that shit. Woo. Press play. Add command. Blah 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 blah. Nope, that will not fix it. Did I not save it? I did save it. Let's see. Padding. That's not what I want. Let's go. Let's see. Control size width. No. Height. No. Width. Height. Let's do unconstrained. Upper center. Middle center. Let's just do upper center for now. let's see. Upper center. Let's leave this. I guess. Yeah, let's go with that. Press play. Add command. Beep, 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 beep. It's still pretty huge. That's what she said. Let's go with negative 70. Let's go with negative 70. Okay, let's do that. Negative 70. Viewport. Is the viewport just misaligned or something? Not really. Maybe the scroll view is misaligned. Something's gotta be misaligned. Scroll view. No. Viewport. Content. Viewport. Content. Okay. Let's stretch you out a little bit here. Let's not do that. Let's do this. And then let's do hello. Can I go more, please? No, I can't. Why? Stop it. I keep missing. Wow, my aim is terrible. Okay, so then I guess we'll do this. Then. Okay, so then let's add this here. Boom. For some reason that's not showing up. Let's see why. Because it's all the way up on top. I can't move it. Wow. If I press play, where is that? Why is that not showing up? Like, where is this in the... It's really fucking weird. Yeah, like it's there. It's just not popping up. Where's the content? That's content is the viewport. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. So if I press play, here, let's get rid of this. Then press play. Add new commands. I wish I could like bump it over here. I can. Silly. Padding from the left. 20. 1. 22. Maybe. 22. 3. 24. 24. Oh, that's a spicy meme. That's a spicy meme right there. Fuck yeah. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I almost exit plane. Okay, so let's make the padding to 24. Cool. Save that shit. Press play. Every time I want to add a new command, blah 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 blah, and I can scroll. Why I can scroll past this? Not really sure. Not really sure why the content goes all the way that way. Because of the spacing. Child controls size of the height. Oh. Child force expand height. Let's do that. Why? Let's do 1. Flexible width, flexible height. If I press play now, right now the content. Wait. Did I just add a command and like it doesn't appear? Oh, it didn't. Okay. Wait. What? Press play. There's no commands there. Add command. It's not visible. What the fuck? Okay. I guess I fucked it up there. So then let's do preferred height 10. Or I guess 5. I don't know, figure that out. Add a command. Nothing. Preferred height 10. It won't update. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why isn't the first one showing? What the fuck? What the fuck, Richard? Yeah, like, what the fuck? I'm actually, like, generally confused as to why it doesn't. Is it because of the spacing? Let's do 0. Let's do that. I press play. Add command. It doesn't even pop up. It's there. See? Yeah, there. It's there. What is this? It's not the layout property. Or priority, sorry. What the fuck, man? What is this malarkey? I just want to add a command. See, like I added one, but it doesn't pop up. What am I doing wrong?
Size. And we're going to top force expand the width in vertical layout group to fit it to the width of the panel, but not the height. And if we just maximize for sex, we can see it. This is what it looks like. We've got this button. It's nicely aligned, and that fits the horizontal space while still maintaining its. And I want to use the minimum height. That's the vertical, but we always want to use the minimum size. And the other thing that we're going to add to this to the content object is a content size fitter. And in this case, we're going to specify for the vertical fit here, we always want to use the minimum size. And something went wrong there. Oh, did I use the wrong? Nope, I didn't. That's the vertical button layout element. Oh, sorry, I used the preferred, not the derp. I want to use the minimum height. Nope.
Okay, so let's do then that. What he did. So let's do minimum size, and then instead of this minimum height, let's do just minimum height. Blah blah. Press play. Add command. Bah, 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 bah. Wait, okay, the first one popped up then. But it didn't pop up again. Ah! Okay. Why? Why? Minimum size, yep. Okay, and child force expand width. Let's do that. Play. Add command. I'm hating this. Why isn't the first one showing up? Like the first one should be right here, right there, right there. Let's see. Unity scroll view first child. not showing. Scroll rec starting in the middle, blah blah blah. Set the Y page description to 1. You want to align to the top. What the fuck? Okay. That's a thing. Oh, but it's already there. Okay, that's not something else. I'm so genuinely confused. What's the difference between this one and this one? Literally nothing is different. Literally nothing is different. Why is it that this one is not showing up? If I delete all of these, boom. That one's still there, but it's not showing up. And I'm genuinely confused as to why it doesn't show up. If I move it in the Z-axis, will it show up anywhere? Wait, it does. It does show up there. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Interesting. Why it does that. It's spawning it here. Right here. Right on top. Right arriba. So if I do padding on the top, you'll see it right there. Bam. Wham bam. Thank you, man. Okay, now why the shit is so huge, I'm not sure. Let's change the size of it then. It says minimum height. It's 10. Let's do 1. If I press play, boom. Add command, and then let's see where it is. It's obviously right there. Go to contents, go to padding. On top, it's still the same size. Why is it that big? I don't comprendo. Maybe it's just how I created this thing. Let's figure it out. Let's put it in the canvas so we can see it. New command, we got the input field, we got this and that. This has a position X of, yeah, let's just do 0, 0, 0. Height is 100, width is 100. What the fuck did I make this out of? How about just height 10? Sorry, not even height 10, just height 1. And width of fucking, oh sorry, that's a width. Height 100 is fine. Width of 10. Let's do that real quick. Hold up. The width should be, I actually can't see the width. What the fuck? I used to be able to see it. I was supposed to see it. Let's move this way. Like that. Let's move this one this way. Like that. And let's move this one this way. Like that. Yeah, that works. And the new command shit. I don't know what width to make it. 160, 160, 160, 160, and then let's do 430 for this one. That way there's some spacing in between. So let's see, what's 430 plus 160 plus 160? 430 plus 160 plus 160, 750. So let's make sure that this width is 750. Alright, And the height, I want to make sure that I can see the height, because I can't see it. It says 10. The height is 30. Boom. Save that shit. Apply it to the prefab. Delete this motherfucker. And then let's try it again. Add command. Oh! Hallelujah, praise the Lord. Let's fucking go. See, I'm just an idiot, guys. I'm just an idiot. I really am just an idiot. Okay. Let's get rid of the padding that we have put. 0. Save. Press play. Because that's fucking it up. Oh, actually we need to add a little bit of padding. Because 12, 13. Ooh, 13, 15? What this? 115. 15 is fine. Okay, so padding goes at 15. Why? I don't know. But okay, so we got that figured out. Finally. Let's make some adjustments here. So this scroll view right here, let's have it stretch this way, like that. That won't do anything. Obviously that does that, but I want it to also stretch. It's not stretching. If I do this, that won't do that shit. Will it stretch now? It won't. Why? Will it do this? It will do that. But it won't do this. It won't do this. Why? It's gonna suck because what if like I have a 16 by 10? Yeah, see, that's gonna not work. Ooh. I should have probably thought about that first before bothering 16 by 9. Standalone 1024 by 7. 5 by 4. That one works. 4 by 3 works. Kind of. 3 by 2. Yeah, if I add commands right now. Will I be able to access the bottom, the last one? Oh. Wait, what? No, I won't. I won't be able to access the last one because it's way too low. Oh, wait, maybe. What the fuck? Am I tripping balls? Yeah, like, what the fuck is this? Why does it do that? Oh. I don't even know. I don't even know. At this point, I'm just going to leave it at free aspect, and then we'll figure that out later. We'll figure that out later. As long as it works, it works. You know. We'll prettify it later. Okay. So. Now that we can add commands to it, we should be able to type. So if I add a command, boop, we should be able to call it, let's see, fuck my shit up. Okay? And then what we're supposed to have here is a list of literally every key that can be pressed. So, that's what we're going to do next. We're going to have a list of all the keys that can be pressed. Add command UI, command list. Let's just, where is it? Over here. List, command manager. No, profile manager. command executor as a key code list of it all. That's not what I want, is it? Yeah, that is what I want. I just want to get all these keys. Yeah. That's really all I want. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say string, oops, I want a list of strings, call it key list is equal to new list. Speaking of keys, not sure why that's relevant to keys, but I need to go to the bathroom real quick. So let me just finish this up real quick. Hold on. Okay. At the start, I want to clear the command list, grab key list. I want that. So, let's see. What does the grab key list function do? Very easy, my friends. Very, very easy. Grab key list. Oopsies. No. Bum. No. There you go. Void grab key list. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a command executor. List key list holder. Oops. God damn it. Key list hello holder is equal to in the start function. Before I call the grab key list, I want to say key list holder dot is equal to get component of type command executor blah blah. And then what I want to say is, hey, grab me your dictionary. I want to get this dictionary. I want to iterate through the whole thing. And basically grab all the strings. Here, let's see. C# grab all keys in a dictionary. Get all keys in the dictionary. How to get all the keys? Only the keys. I'm not certain from your wording whether you want keys with values. Other way, it's pretty straightforward. Use keys or values property of the dictionary and a 2 array. Oh, okay. Use system.linq. So let's go. Okay, that's actually perfect. Wow, didn't think it was gonna be that easy. Okay, let's see. So then key list holder. Sorry. Can I say key list is equal to key list holder dot? Is this private? Command executor. Did I misspell executor? Oh no. Oh no. I misspelled executor. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna grab this dictionary .keycode list. This is private. Let's make this public, because lazy. .keycode list dot 2 array? No, 2 string. Dot keys dot 2 string. Oh, okay, so I need linq. Hold up. What does this return actually? Cannot implicitly convert. Oh, it's a key collection to a string. Okay. What is a key collection? C# key collection. So it's just like a copy to key, get to string, returns a string that represents a current object. Okay. How would it separate it? Here, let's just say using system.linq. So that would be .keys .to array or to list, and do a to dictionary to array to, I guess just to array of strings. Yeah, I have to do it too. Fuck. That's fine, I guess. So it's just string array key list, and then say, hey, just key list holder dot key list dot keys dot to array, that one right there. So now that I have the whole key list, what am I going to do with it? I am going to, every time I add a new command, I want to tell this thing here, the keys to key to press list to update with that. But I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. and better than ever. I appreciate y'all's patience. Let's get back to the stream. Let's get back to this shit. Alright. So now that we got that out of the way, we need to do this. So now that we got we can grab the key list and we have an array or whatever of it, we can put it into the thingamabobbers or whatever, into the options. So every time I add a command, we say game object new command is equal to instantiate new command prefab viewport.transform. So now we don't need this anymore, thank the Lord. But what we do need is we need to say, hey, you need to have things in you. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the second object. So a new command. If I'm not mistaken, I could just say new command dot get child. I can't. That transform dot get child, and then it should be 1. So game object, or actually, it would be a drop down. So if I'm not mistaken, I already have it there. Yeah. So let's do space here. Drop down key drop down list is equal to new command dot transform dot get child as drop down. What is this? Cannot convert dot game object as drop down. That doesn't work either. Oh, dot get component maybe? Get component of type dropdown. Will that work? Because this is an object. Here, I guess I'll get the dropdown. Yeah, that makes sense. I suppose so. Yeah. That we will say populate I don't want to do this. Do we just? I'll have to make a command, I suppose. Or sorry, like a function. Or we could just do it there because we're lazy. Yeah, we can do that. For int count is equal to 0. Count plus. Actually, probably just find the same one that we used in the command executor, where we just add the here. Never mind. That's not it. Not in the command executor. This shit right here. Profile manager. Boom. Here, this is what we do. Boom. Say. Okay. Bam. But instead of files.length, it's going to be keylist.length. Plus. So what we're gonna do is instead of profile list, we're gonna say command list. No. Yes. No. Key drop down list. Key drop down list. Dot add. What? What's profile list? A list of drop down. Oh, okay. Yeah. So just that add options, new data. Oh, do I actually have to clear it first? Oh, that's real dumb. Okay, so hold up. So I'm gonna create a list of drop-down option data. Oh, call it. Also call it key list. Can I call it key list? Shit. Hold on. Maybe key list control R. Nope, what the fuck? Hello. Control R. Let's call it key list key list parser. Boom. Okay, and then we have this. Call it key list. Okay, and here what we're gonna do is we're gonna say string command name is equal to, cannot rename this one. Okay, that's fine. Is equal to key list parser at count. Okay. Command name is equal to command name of select string -4. We don't need that because it's not a text. It's not a file. Well, I don't know why it says just comma. Let's ignore that. And then drop down option data is equal new data is equal to new drop down option data. Command name. It's a key list dot add new data, and then what we're going to do is we're going to say hey key drop down list dot add options, and then we're going to say hey key list. But before we do that, we got to clear it up. So key drop down list dot clear options. Why? Don't know. Alright, so if I press play and the gods have shone their light upon me, this should work just fine. Let's ignore that. But add a command. Ooh. Oh! The gods have not shined upon me. Shone upon me. Why? Hello? What the fuck was that? There's no options. Okay, debug.log key list parser has, and then we're going to say key list parser dot length plus items. Oops, I misspelled items. Okay, if I press play and I say add command, has 0 items. Aha. Interesting. Why hasn't this done anything? Okay, let's see. Debug.log grabbing list of keys, and then I'm gonna go over here to the command executor and then say, oh, what is it, get key code list, debug.log grabbing key code list from file, save. Okay, if I press play right now, what happens first? Yeah, that happens first. Okay, so we're gonna have to do some weird mumbo jumbo, googly boogly scripts execution order. Let's add a new script. I want to say add command UI and then the profile manager. No, command executor. I want this to go first. There you go. Apply. Now will that work? Aha! 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 Works! Hell yeah. So I want to say, okay, this first command is going to be, let's see, what would I want it to type? If I want them to type, okay, LMB, or left mouse button. That'll be LMB. Points required, 500 points. Add a command. Great. Alright. I want to say, let's do Windows key. I want them to be able to press the Windows key, which I don't know where it is. Man, this scrolling sensitivity is actually garbage. Where is it? 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 Do I not have? Aha! Windows. Windows. And let's say that's 1,000 points. Perfect. Now all I want to do is I want to have a button here that says save profile with the profile name. Just got to make sure that this is correct. Random. Okay? And I want to say boom. Press this button here that's right now not existent. And I want to save that to a file. Perfect. And then I want to get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Just go away. Just fresh start. Go away. Alright, cool. Add command UI. Okay, perfect. Wow, that was really simple. Let's just go back in here and just say 0 and then just I guess I can't do it. Oh, let's go with profile manager. Let's do no, it's not the profile manager. It's a command executor. Command executor. Let's do bam, 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 bam. Oh, wow. Command executor. At 1. Bang. Apply. That's weird. If it does 0, it actually like goes away, which is weird. Okay, that's perfect. That's really the only concern I had. All right. So let's add a from menu. Let's add a button, game object, UI, button. Okay. Move it over into here, and then let's do 2D. Move it over here. Let's align it to the center. Oops. Nope, don't do that. Yeah, I guess that works. Or should I align it to the left? Okay, that's fine. And then if I move this, I don't know, to be honest. Let's just leave it alone. Anyways, this button right here, that's not the button that I want. Where is the button that I want? Is it this one? Yes, it is. So move it over here. Let's call this add command button. That way we're a little more organized. Save and close. Okay. Let's go into the text here and also say the same thing. Save and close. Save and close. Save. All right there. So now what's that button gonna do? I'm gonna go into the profile manager. I believe it says create new profile. Yes, that's basically what I'm gonna call it. And I'm gonna create a list of things here. I need to give it a list. Okay, let's just get void save profile. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So what we're going to do is when that button gets pressed, I want to do the following. I want to get the list of all the items, all the children of this guy right here, of that one's content. We already have them here, viewport right here. So what I want to do is I want to say, okay, game object array of, what do we call it? Command list. Do I use this anyway? I do. To clear the command list. I haven't used this yet. Oh, and I haven't had it to where, like, if I want someone to, if I want to delete one. Ooh. Okay, I'll add that in a bit. But, clear command list. Haven't used that yet, command list. Okay, so I actually have something already. I have a list of which should be storing this. I haven't added that in there yet, so I need to do that. And then I'm just gonna say command list add, and I'm gonna say new command. Oh. So now that should save it into there. And all I have to do, if I want to save the profile, I want to create a command. Right? I don't know, right? It's just a list of commands, which this will take. Where is it? Profile manager? No. Yes. Create new profile, take a command. Oh, it's an array. Let's take a list then. And that should be fine. Yeah. Hey boy. Hello. sorry. Link was eerily quiet, and I was wondering what he was up to. So I looked under the bed. He's just kind of chilling. He's like, hello. What's this? New command list. Wait, what? Oh, right. So... there you go. That'll stop the complaining. And... yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to say... we want to save the profile. Let's make a list of command manager. Yep. Command manager dot commands. Called it command list. Do I already have? Oh, dude. Okay. Final command list. New list of command managers dot command. Okay. Then we're going to say for int count is equal to 0. Count is less than command list dot count plus plus. We're going to do the following. We're going to create a command manager dot command new command is equal to new command manager dot command with 3 parameters. It needs, what's this? Doesn't it take 3 parameters, or am I just stupid? Yeah, it takes 3 parameters. The name, the action, and then the points required. That's get. So, we're going to say, we're going to get first the string name is equal to, we're going to grab the first object of this thing. So we're going to get game object, no, how do we get the kid again? It's viewport dot get child, no, dot transform dot get child dot get child index 0 because this would be the command name dot we're gonna get the child, and I want to get the information, so it should be an input field dot get component input field dot text GUI text. Does that work? Dot game object dot get component. Hello? If I go to this thing, expression denotes a method or group, a method group or a variable value or type is expected. What does this return? Returns a transform, okay? Dot game object dot get component of type input field. Hello? Unity get component input field. Dot check text dot No, that's not it. Here, this is an input field here. Interesting. Dot game object. So we're gonna get the So we're gonna get this. We're gonna go into the input field, and then we're gonna go into the second child of it again. Dot get child. Dot transform. Dot get child. Which is the second one, which is 1. Dot text. Dot GUI text. Dot. No thanks, don't do that. No, I'm about to fix it right now. Dot get component text dot text. Dot get component text dot GUI text. What the fuck? Okay, fine. Here, let's do it all. Let's not do another ones. It's a game object. Input field is equal to, or I guess input field, or let's just call it command name. Command named field is equal to viewport dot get the transform, sorry, dot get child I want to get the first one or I guess not the first one, but whatever is in count. Oh, wait. I'm stupid. We already have a list of all these things. I don't have to go in here all the way. So input field, command named field. We're going to go into the command list, and we're going to get the first child. So we're going to get command list, which is this right here, list of game objects, dot transform, hello. Oh, command list at count, dot transform, dot get child. We're gonna get the first one, which is the input field, dot get component of type input field. Cool. Was I missing that this whole time? That's probably what it was. Oh well, whatever. And then what we're gonna say is string command new command name is equal to command name field dot text. All right. Then we're gonna say we want this whatever option is selected here. So key drop down dot option data new command key is equal to, and we're going to say command list at count dot transform dot get child 1 dot get component of type dropdown dot selected selects the selectable. Add options, clear options, complement equals dot equals. Tap twice to insert the equal snippet. No. Finds a selectable object next to this one. Text component to hold the text at the end. The list of possible options. No. Selects the selectable. Show. Got toString. Returns the name of the game object. No. Got value. The index of the currently selection option. So here's the first option, 1 is the second, and so on. It'll just. That dot options. Sorry. Dot get. Fuck. What was it? No. No. Come back. Come back to me. Dot value. The index of the current selected option. Boom. Dot get component. Options at new command key index. There you go. Then we're going to say string new command key. Let's go with Control R. New command key option. New command key is equal to new command key option dot text. Can we do that? New command key option dot equals dot image text. The text associated with the option. Boom. 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 Bam. Let's go. Alright. So now we need to get the value of points required, which is essentially the same thing here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Except we're going to call this new. We're going to call this command points field. So it's commandless, and then it's going to get the third child, the component input field, and then we're going to say new command points is equal to command name field. Not this one. No. It's going to say command points field dot text. There. Then we're going to say, whenever we create a new command, we're going to say, okay, command name, sorry, a new command name, I misspelled command here. New command key. New command name, new command key, and new command points. What? Oh. Int. And then we're going to say, I'm going to parse int. Int.parse. Yeah, parse. boom, 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 boom. Nope. Boom, boom. Okay, so, oh, and then I need to add that new command. Okay, new command. Sorry. Final command list dot add new command. Boom. So I'm gonna add all to the list like that. And then I'm gonna say profile manager dot create new profile, string profile name, command list. That will take care of everything else. So I want to get here profile manager, okay, profile manager is equal to this dot get component of type profile manager. Boom, boom, nope, boom, boom. Just because this dot get component. Okay, and then we're going to say, hey, now that we have this list, we're going to need a few things. What is... string profile name is equal to, we're going to grab this shit right here. Input field profile name input. Let's call this, let's just make this public. Okay, and then in the main camera, should ask us for an input field. It is not asking us for an input field because this is broken. There you go. This is the input field, right? Here, profile. That just it's not asking for it again because I moved it and then bam, like that. There you go. Save that. Save this, and of course I don't want it to be a string, an empty string, sorry. I want to say profile name input dot txt text. Okay, and then I want to say, hey, profile manager, can you do me the favor of doing the following thing? I want you to create new profile. Why, surely I will create the new profile for you. What's the name of it? It's going to be profile name. Profile name. Local variable. Oh. Did I put profile name somewhere else? Oh, is there a profile name over here? No. Profile name, comma. It's going to take a list called final command list. Boom. So, in theory, when I press this button, once I hook it up, where's the save and close button? Okay, what I want to do is add a object, call it in front of me camera, blop, and I want to say, hey, add command UI. I want you to call the, is it not public? It is not public. Public, save profile. Command UI, save profile, save it, save this, please. Okay, if I press play right now. All right, let's say poop. That's what I'm gonna call it. Let's add a few commands. Let's say the first one is poop 1. The next one is poop 2. The next one is poop 3. Can I copy paste? I can. Poop 4, poop 5, poop 6. there's no checking for like duplicate names. We should do that. But let's say for the first one, it's going to be. Let's go just alphabetical. A. B. C. D. Where the fuck are they? E. Where the fuck is it? E. E. And F. F. Okay? And let's say they all require 100 points. They all require 100 points. Boom. Okay? So if I want to save and close, blam. Now technically, this hasn't closed yet. I understand that. But, in theory, this should have worked. Did it throw me any errors? No. Okay. This should, let's switch to there. If I go to assets, streaming assets, profiles. This did not create a profile. What? Debug.bug profile exists. Let's do that again. Poop. Add commands. Oh, I shouldn't. Fuck. Because I haven't gotten a delete key yet. Poop, and let's just make 2 of them. Poop. Sorry, poop 1 and poop 2. Hello, 2. And then let's do one just A and B. A and B. Okay, 100 points and 100 points. So if I press the save and close button, it says the profile exists. This should never happen. What? 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 What do you mean the profile exists? System.io file exists. The assets, streaming assets, profiles. Wait. I think it did work. Made it right here. It's 725, yeah. Poop 1A 100. with 2B 100. Why does it make it there? Because I'm stupid. That's why I forget the little slash here. And let's make sure the little slash there is there too. And just to make sure that the little slash there is there too. I'm not sure this breaks it. Let's try it again. Okay, let me erase this. Hold up. I don't know why I left it there. Or maybe I did delete it and I don't remember. Deleting it, no, yeah. No, leave that alone. That's fine. There. Refresh page. Now they should save in there. So I say boop. Add command. Slice. And dice. And let's just both. Fuck it, let's just do a 0 and fuck and then 1. 1. Okay, and they all require 100 points. 100 points. Okay? Let's save and close. Right now it doesn't close, but you already get it. It saves. And then poop.txt. Slice. 0, 100, dice, 1, 100. Perfect. Alright, let's make sure this gets closed. So, solution. Void, close, close, profile, UI. I guess essentially it just disables itself. What's up? What's up, dude? Huh? What's up, boy? What do you want? What? You want to play? Watch, boy. What's wrong? Come here, come here. Come here, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? You want to play? Oh, you want to cuddle? You want to cuddle, you cute little boy? Hey, wait. Let me see. How is this? How is this going? Is it okay? Yeah? Is you feeling okay? Yeah. Why are you so cute? Huh? Why are you so cute? You're so cute. Ooh. You're such a white little bitch. Yes, you are. Ooh. Oh, what did you drop? Or what fell? Okay. Alright, back to work. I love you. I love you. Alright, sorry about that. I got distracted. What was I doing? What was I doing? Alright, I was trying to close the profile UI. So essentially what it's going to do is just going to kind of disable itself. Because maybe the profile manager should take care of it. Nah, that's fine. Okay. So then just say we need a public game object command profile UI, and then we're going to go here. It's going to ask for the profile UI game object, which is this shit right here. Hold on. Is everything that I want under it? Yes. Command name text. Key to press text. Let's organize ourselves a little bit more. Points required text. Okay, profile. So now that the profile name's there, it takes the placeholder in the text. That's fine. Add command button. It has the 3 texts. or whatever. The save and close button should be right next to the add command button. Let's move this here. And then the scroll view is right there. Yeah. And then this is all under there. Yep. Perfect. Okay. So I can just say, hey, main camera, this is your create profile menu object. Save that shit. Okay. Essentially what I want to do also is just go into here and just clear all of the commands, which I've already made a script for, or a command for. Here, clear command list. Right. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to clear the command list, clear command list, and then can I clear all this stuff too? Profile name. I already have a profile name input dot clear. No. Deactivate input field function detector to stop the processing of events and send on. Okay. Is that enabled? Equals GUI text? GUI text? Fuck, man. Hold on, I just want to make sure that I can find it. I want to say it's .text, .GUI text, sorry. Or is it just .text? Current value, oh, .text is equal to that. Can I just do that? Yes. Okay. So it's actually what we're going to do is we're going to clear this command list once we press the save and close button. Or actually, after we save the profile. So, close profile UI. Once we press this button, it's going to save all the shit, and then it's going to close it. So it's going to clear this command list, because the next time this pops up, we don't want to have a command list here. The profile name needs to be blank. And that's it. I think that should be it. Yeah. And then just disable this. So go to profile UI dot enabled dot game object. Sorry. Dot enabled. Hello? What the fuck? Or, oh, is it dot active now? Yeah. It was false. Oh, that's set active. Set active. False. Okay. So if I press play, let's look here. Extras. Stupid Twitch project. Assets. Here. In the profiles, we have poop.txt already, so that one should already be able to be selected, which is great. But I want to create another one. Let's call it poop2. I want to add 2 commands, and let's say just the same ones again. Slice and dice. Slice and dice, and because I'm lazy, let's make them just left mouse button at 200 points. Okay, and then let's save and close. Boom! All of it's gone. And then if I re-enable it again, this is empty, and this is not gone. The clear command list clearly, haha, didn't do it right. Would that break? What, boy? What's up? Are you hungry? No? You're not thirsty either. No? You just want to play? You just want to play? Yes. Yes, you just want to... Oh, yes, you should be. Oh, you're a cutie little boy. You're cute and cuddly. Yes. Your name is Link, and you are cute and cuddly. Ow! Ow! You're biting me. Link, you're biting me. Why are you biting me? Where's your ball? Where's your ball? You want your hedgehog? Yeah. Go! Go get it! Why don't you go get it? Huh? I don't understand. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? I don't know what you want, dog. God damn it. Yeah, see? That breaks it. That breaks it, so... Yeah, it's not it shouldn't be like that. Why didn't it delete the last one? That's really weird. If I press play... Oops, sorry. Press play. Do it again. So poop. 3. Add command. Call it that. 100 points. If I'm not mistaken, it should have already... Yeah, poop 2 should have added the 2 of them. Slice and dice. Yeah. Okay, just save and close. If I go back in here and enable it again... Yeah, delete all of them. What happened? Okay. Let's try this again. Poop 4. Add command. Add command, add command, add command. Let's add a few of them. Slay. 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 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Save and close. How many did it not close? Or did not delete? 3. What? What? Why are these still there? What, man? What do you want? I'm going. I'm almost off. Yeah, I'm gonna get off in a second. Or do you need to go potty? Oh my god! Okay, yeah, you need to go potty. Come on, let's go. Okay. Sorry about that. Link took like a million years to take a poop. Apologize. And he was barking at some neighbors too. Okay. Why is this not doing what it's supposed to be doing? Resolution. Well, whoa, this is an extreme thirst. It is a very extreme thirst. I'm just too lazy to go all the way over there. To the kitchen. But yeah. I'm trying to figure out why this isn't working. It's working! Don't get me wrong. I have all the commands here that I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, let's do crypto bytes. Let's add 3 commands. Or let's add 5, 6 commands. 1, 2, 3. I don't care if they're all called the same. This is just testing purposes. Excuse me. Save and close. Okay, it only did 3 of them. It only deleted 3. Does it only delete half of them? If I start this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's add 8. Can you hear my cat? Like, crying off in the distance? I'm not sure why she's crying. She's always yelling, wanting attention. Save and close. It only does half of them. Why? Why do you not do the way you're supposed to go? Int count is equal to 0. Count command less count. Count plus plus. Destroy object. Command less dot. Oh. Your boy here was a retard. That's why. That's why. You technically don't. So this will stop soon. If I say num commands, count plus plus, destroy, so not at count, but at 0, and 0 like that, that should work. Yes. I press play. You know, in theory, you think something works fine, but then it doesn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, I guess 3 and 7 close. It didn't do shit. It actually didn't do shit. What the fuck? It actually didn't delete those. Why did it delete those? No solution. Okay, for int count is equal to the. Okay, here. How about debug.log? Command list.remove. Bean sex, you suck. I love you. Are you sure you're not saying that just because? I don't know. Whatever. You're probably lying. Probably wasn't Bean. It's probably you. Wow, what a hater. Num commands. Let's see what this does. I just want to see something real quick. So go ahead. Blah blah blah. Okay. Save it close. It didn't get rid of it. Why? Why? Oh, really? I never use this? Really? Okay. Num commands plus plus. Duh. Okay. So if I... By the way, all of these are being, like, loaded in, actually. Which is pretty funny. Okay. Anyways. Poop. Diddy scoop. Let's add like a million cajillion commands. Let's get all of them. Is that all of them? Yeah, it is. Okay, and then just make them all 0.111111111. Okay. And then save and close. Aha! And then if I activate it again, aha! It works. Now, is that new one still there? Date modified. Poop diddy scoop. It's not there. So I would have to refresh this. Okay, that's fine. Alright, well, I'm glad that works though. Real solution. I'm gonna have to delete all these profiles though. There you go. Done. I want to tell the UI to update itself. How do I tell it? Is it profile manager? Yeah, load profiles. Yeah, let's make this public. And say okay. Public. No, it's just profile manager. Don't I already have him here? I do. And then I could just say, hey, profile manager dot load profiles. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So right now, if I press play, because there's nothing in this file directory, there are no profiles to be had. Okay, so if I want to create a profile, which right now this button doesn't do anything, I don't think. Does that button do something? Button. That button doesn't do anything for now. That's fine. Let's say I want a Fortnite profile. Let's add 2 commands. I guess 3 because I'm trigger happy. And we'll say test 1, test 2, and test 3. Let's make them all left mouse button because I want to, and they all take 1 point. If I save and close, now we have the Fortnite profile here that we can select, which is great. And now if I want to create a profile, I want to basically enable this menu again, which we will do right now. Reload. Close profile UI. Void. Open. Profile UI. Boom, 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 boom. Let's make this public, and let's just say profile UI dot set active. Nope, not send message. You stupid. Set active to true. True. I can't type right now. Save. Boom. All right. So if I press play. Actually, let's do it how it was supposed to be done. Let's save it like that. Oh. Let's press play. Okay. I only have a Fortnite profile. I want to make another profile. So create profile. let's not talk about that. uh, like I was saying, oh, I only have a Fortnite profile. I want a new one. I want a Rocket League profile. So let's create a profile. Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna call it Rocket League, and I'm gonna have 3 commands, and I'm gonna say jump, and that's gonna be is the jump button the left mouse button, or is it the right mouse button? I actually don't know, because I don't play mouse and keyboard with the Rocket League. Let's test it out real quick. Hold up, because I don't remember. Okay. Let's go to free play real quick. Oh fuck! I changed the map by accident. So, okay, the left mouse button is boost. The right mouse button is the jump button. Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, I can't play. I can't play on the mouse and keyboard. Fuck this shit. Okay. Anyways, okay, so yeah, right mouse button is to jump. 10 points. And boost, I want it to be left mouse button. Another 10 points. And turn left, which is the A key. So we're gonna go and find the A key right there. Boom. Another 10 points. All right. Save and close. Perfect. Now I want to look. Interesting. That's a bug right there. Why does it add an extra one? But now we have the Rocket League one. Hey, I want to create a new profile name. Another profile. Whatever. Da-da. Whatever. Sure, they'll press the left mouse button. Then they cost 0, 10 keys. Let's save and close. Why is Fortnite... Wait, what the fuck? Index out of range. Interesting. Oh, that's why. Reload solution. And I gotta set num commands equal to 0. That's why. There you go. Try it again. Let's try it again. Fork knife. Yes, I'll make that one. That one's next. We got Fortnite, we got Rocket League, and we got Safasta. Although Safasta shouldn't exist because... Oh, did it just crash? Oh, no. It wrote everything down. It's just like... It crashed. After it's saved, so that's fine. Okay. But I want to create a new one. Let's call it fork knife. Add 2, 3 commands. Blah. Actually, spoon, fork, plate, and then just add them all. Cost 10 keys, 10 points or whatever. Save and close. Perfect. No crashing. And we got fork knife here. Spoon, fork, plate. Great. And we should also have Fortnite Rocket League. Oh god. What the fuck? That's interesting. The profile manager.load profiles. It should be clearing the options. What? Oh. Profile. Yeah. Profile list clear as well. Yeah. There you go. It's because it's basically doing it from the beginning. Yeah. That's why it's doing duplicates. The first time it doesn't do it, but the second time after I create a profile. Yeah. So if I just say create profile, blah, blah, blah. Add a command, blah, blah, blah. And 2. Save and close. Perfect. Now it only does 1. Yay! Now, what's next? So when we load a profile, let's see, load profiles. How about let's do load profile list, because that's what it really is doing. This is loading this profile. Hello, hello, hello. Did you need to just fucking take a shit on me? It did. That's fine. It's literally just loading this list. It's not really loading anything, or at least maybe it should. Maybe it should. Well, the load profile list, and then remove profile, edit profile. This profile exists. Let's go with what are we gonna go with? What are we gonna go with? I don't want to do this. Loading like an actual profile. I guess just have like a button, just like start shit, or start game, or start program. I don't know. Start. Let's just go with start. Let's add a button. Call it started button, and let's just put it like I guess down here is fine. And let's make sure it says start. No, don't do that. Start. Okay. And essentially what it's going to do is this profile manager is going to say whenever it starts to load up the list. Yeah. So public. Actually, do I have a profile manager somewhere else here? Like in the command manager or something? User manager, command manager, no. User manager, command manager. Yeah, see, this retrieve commands function shouldn't be called an awake anymore. Only this one should be there. This retrieves commands function should not be called an awake. This command should always be the new participant, because that's the default one that needs to be done, so that way the program knows, hey, there's a new one. So we can get rid of this now. All the test functions right now. Okay, yeah, because we're going to be doing a lot of shit right now. Basically everything's going to be coming together now. Profile manager. So public start game, I guess. Dude. Essentially what I'm going to say is, hey, this profile manager needs a command manager, not command manager, executor command manager. Command manager. Okay, and at the start, command manager dot is equal to this dot get component of type command manager. Okay, and I'm gonna say, hey, command manager, public void. Command manager, I want you to retrieve commands. Actually, no. I want to set your profile, and then I want to tell you to retrieve the commands. So let's make this public. Profile name. Profile is equal to this dot profile name. What the hell? Do I not have like a profile? I don't. Ah, it's just in the drop down. Yeah. So, it would be profile drop down. Dot. How did I get it over here? Dot options, ads, profile, drop down, dot value, dot value, dot text. Basically, it goes into the options and says, hey, whatever value you're at right now, give me that one, and then give me the text. So if I'm like at fork knife, it will give me that text. And then I want to say command manager dot retrieve commands. Retrieve commands. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah. Okay. Command manager dot retrieve commands. And it's gonna say if the file exists, if the profile exists, then go ahead and do that. Technically, the file should always exist if it's on this list. If it's not, how the fuck did we get there? That's why this is here. But you never know. So, it's always a failsafe. It's always nice to have a failsafe. So, alright, boom. We have this. So let's say I want to load in the, let's do Rocket League. So, jump, boost, turn left, okay? In theory, if I say Rocket League, start, and let's go into Rocket League. If someone types in is it case sensitive? Let's test if it's case sensitive. Exclamation mark jump. Didn't work. Why? Why didn't it work? Command jump is fake news. Okay. So let's see what happened here. Grammar could go to 0. Okay, whatever that is, go away. Let's see. What can I get rid of for the debug.log? I can get rid of this now because I know that that works. In fact, like I don't even need this ever again. Okay. Press play. Hello. Grabbing key code list for file, grabbing list of keys. I can get rid of this as well. Grabbing list of keys. And then what was the other one? Grabbing a list from file. It was on the user command executor. Okay, so if I press play. Hello. Press play. Okay, nothing should happen. Okay. Let's see. Command manager. No. If I call it to retrieve commands function. Okay. Retrieve the commands. If the file exists, string array of commands is equal to system.io. Read all lines, blah blah blah. And that's it. Okay. It described the list of all the... Okay, so then what actually puts it into the list command list here? Nothing. What calls this besides you? Oh, sorry, besides you. What else calls this besides you? Let's do Control C, Control F. Control F. Find me the retrieve commands. There. Control F B. Find me that. Next. That's it. Oh, shit. Okay. So, essentially, I made this. And I haven't been able to actually execute it. Okay. Once I retrieve the commands, so I guess not retrieve commands. Say command manager dot start. Yeah, command manager just starts the start game. Okay, and that way we can make this the retrieve commands function private from the command manager. Here, nope, that's not it. This is here, private. Okay, and then what we can say is, shit. Let's just do it over here. Public start game. We actually want to take a string of the profile name. Let's do void. Oh my god, I can't type. Void. There you go. And I want to give it the command manager profile. Oh, I don't need that. Yeah, I don't need this because I already set the profile name in there. Should I do it like that? Probably not. But actually, yeah. Let's make this private. Yeah. It's good. It's good practice. It's good practice. Because we don't want the profile manager to mess with the command manager at all. We just wanted to call a command and that's it. Sorry, call a function and that's it. Nothing else. String profile. Okay, so then profile. Is equal to profile name. Okay, and I want to say, okay, retrieve commands. And then after you retrieve the commands, I want you to create command list. Okay, and what does that create command list do? Well, I will tell you. It will iterate through this file. These files right here, whichever one it is. And it will say, okay, give me the name, give me the thing, the action that it's gonna do, and then give me the number of points that's required. Which is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So retrieve commands gets saves this into a strings commands. This doesn't do anything. Well, I guess it should be there then. Because I already have it there. Might as well. Yeah. Retrieve commands. And then what I'm going to do, essentially that, just create a command list here. And then give it the array commands. Oh, no. Don't do anything with that. Okay, and then I'm going to have a private create command list. I'm going to take in a string array called commands. So now that I have that, all I'm going to do is command new command is equal to new command with certain parameters. What is it going to be? You say. That's a good question. Hold on. Didn't I do this already? Final command list. Yeah, no, that's fine. This is fine. New command, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get commands. For int count is equal to 0, count is less than commands dot length, count plus plus, iterate through that shit, grab this poop right there, do that. I'm gonna create a new command by doing this following thing. Not string, commands at count dot split. I'm gonna split it by the spaces, right? Yes, by a space. String line is equal to commands at count dot split. And then what I'm gonna say is the first thing is the name. The first thing is the name. So line at wait, what the fuck? Oh. String array line. Sorry. Oopsies. So line at 0 is the name. Line at 1 is the action, and then line at 2 is the what? Oh, right, because it's an integer. Parse.int. Is that how I do it? Did I fuck up here? Parse. Is it int parse? Oh, oops. Line at 2. Boom. Okay. And once I create a new command, I want to say, hey, command list dot add what's it again? Dot add. It's gonna take the key and then the command, the actual value of it. Okay, which would be line at 0, which is gonna be the name. Or I guess we should say new command dot name. And then boom, boom, boom. All right. In theory, this should work now. Yeah. So it's gonna parse through all this shit. Be like, okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be case sensitive. So, where does command exist? Bool command exists. Command exists. Contains key. Contains key is contains key sensitive. C# is contains case sensitive. Dictionary key case sensitive. Case sensitive dictionary keys, but you can. Dictionaries are case sensitive by default. You don't need to do anything. Huh. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. I'll just leave it alone. I'll just leave it alone for now. Essentially, this should be working just fine now. If I press play. Let's load up the Rocket League and let's say start. Alright, perfect. Real quick, let me make sure that when I press the start button. Well, first of all, let me make sure that the start button is actually working. The start button isn't working! Because I forgot to fucking put it on. Okay. It's a good thing I checked. Main camera. Boom. Alright. Is it add command UI? Is it start game? No, profile manager. Start game. There you go. Save. Now, if I press play, let's load up the Rocket League. And then press start. Oh, okay, see, if this file does not exist, how did we get here? How did we get here? Because we're dumb. It's a good thing. It's a good thing that pops up. See, very useful. Let's see. Let's just make sure that whenever we start the game, we just say, "Hey, game is starting." Debug.log. Game has started! Exclamation mark. Boom, boom. Okay. Press play. Yeah, that I don't need anymore, but I'll take it off later. Okay, so let's do Rocket League and start. Okay, wow. Really? How did I parse it before? Hold on, where is it? I've done parse before, right? Parse. And next. Find next. Int.parse. There can't be any spaces. There can't be any spaces. Or, instead of separating them by spaces, I can separate them by something else, so that way I can have spaces in there. But, for right now, let's just leave it alone. Let's just leave it alone for now. Alright, yeah, that's why I was having that problem. Okay, start. Game has started. Alright, so, if, right now, if you have enough points, if I type in exclamation mark, jump, where the capital J, yes! Okay, what did I call the other function? Boost. Okay. If I type in exclamation mark boost, is there a capital B? There is a capital B. Actually, that's a good that's a good test. If I type in exclamation mark boost without, it says it's fake news. Okay. So if I type in exclamation mark boost with capital B, did it not press it long enough? By the way, CryptoBytes, because it's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay, why is it not doing that one? This command is being executed as we speak. It won't work with you until you type in exclamation mark new participant. Once you do that, you'll be able to fuck with it. But right now, for some... Okay, well, let's say... let me drive forward, then. Here. Let me drive forward, and then do exclamation mark turn left. Turn left. If I'm driving forward, and I press send... That's really interesting. Turn left. It presses the A button. I should press the A button. It worked with jump. Yeah, with the right mouse button. But the other ones isn't working. Why isn't it working? RMB, LMB, A. I got those straight from over here. From this file right here. This one. So they should be working just fine. Right mouse button works. LMB works. Interesting. Command to execute, turn left. I have enough points. A. Command exists. Command exists. Command is being executed as we speak. Yeah, simulate. Simulator.keyboard.key press get virtual key code command. Interesting. Interesting that only the right mouse button worked. What? Hold on. Exclamation mark jump. What the fuck? Did it stop working all of a sudden? Yeah. What the fuck happened? Oh. Oopsies. That was my bad. Rocket League. Start. Unless you broke it, Josie. Did you break it? It jumps. But it doesn't boost. What the fuck? Okay. Let's see here. If I press exclamation mark and I want to say exclamation mark boost, which in this case is the left mouse button, it should exit out of the main menu. Okay, so it is working. It's just, it's not clicking long enough for it to actually register in the game, which is weird because the right mouse button works just fine. It's really interesting. It's weird how the jump button actually works, but not the other ones. Huh. Okay, so if I press yes, just type in exclamation mark boost. Send. Yeah, there you go. Interesting. Interesting. That's really fucking weird. Like, if I don't press the left mouse button long enough, it won't register. But the right mouse button will. At least not in game. Wait, how do I make a new player or whatever? Type in exclamation mark new participant. Where is it? Exclamation mark new participant altogether. I'm trying to figure out, here, I'll just type it in chat. Type in this. But with an exclamation mark in the front. And it should work. Ooh. So essentially, what should happen is, if I'm playing, wait, like if I'm driving and you press the right mouse button, it'll actually work. Wow. Okay, let me just double check to make sure that you've been added in. Adding new user, no problema. Okay, now you can use the commands. Oh, you bastard! You actually did it. Yeah. You have a gajillion points, so you can essentially just spam that shit. So the boost doesn't work. The boost for some reason doesn't work. But the jump does. What was the other one that I was, Oh yeah, the turn left one doesn't work either. For some reason. Exclamation re? I don't know how that works, bro. I don't think that works. Here, let's make it. Let's make one. Let's make another one together. So let's. For right now, I don't have a way of stopping this. I don't think. Unless we can just do this. Fork knife start. Can we do that? Will that work? What does fork knife have? Okay. Josie, can you press? Well, can you type in exclamation mark spoon, but with a capital S, like right now? I want to see if this works. I'm just waiting for you to... It does work! Wow, okay. So then I don't have to have like a whole separate button. I can literally just change profiles on the fly. And then just press the start button. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. It's working. It's working. What's up, boy? What do you want? What's up? Hmm? What do you want? You want to play? What do you want to play? What do you want to play? Huh? Where's your toy? Where are your toys? Where are your toys? Huh? It's okay, little buddy. It's okay. It's gonna be just fine. Yeah, it's gonna be just fine. Mwah. Boop. Here, let's give you a treat. Hold up, wait. I'm not sure if y'all can see this. Come here. Okay, sit. 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 Link. Sit. 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 Okay. I've been trying to teach Link, trying to figure out where the treat is, but he always goes for the same hand. He's gonna go for my right hand, which is this one right here. You want a treat? He always goes for that one. He's just trying to guess. It's not there. Okay, sit. No, now he's trying to look around. No, sit. Over here. Sit. No, sit. Sit, or you don't get a treat. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Okay, where is it? God damn it. You know what? Here, just take the stupid treat. Not working. Alright, that's actually really cool. I'm glad that we can switch without having to do anything weirdly. I can just press start, and now the Rocket League functions are available, which is pretty cool. I like that. Element with the same key already exists in the dictionary. What do you mean? Oh. Interesting. Does this mean that whenever I do that, it doesn't create a new one? If I press the start button, start game, what happens when I start the game? Start game, retrieve commands, create command list. Yeah. Create command list. I need to make sure that I clear it first. List that clear. Yeah. Because then what's gonna happen is, like, if I change multiple times, all the commands are gonna kind of pile up on top of each other. So I can type in exclamation mark spoon multiple times. Well, not multiple times, but like it'll try and do it, and it won't. So now if I change, so if I go to Rocket League, press start, Now if I go to Fork Knife, press start. Go to Rocket League, press start. It won't give me a problem anymore, which is great. Alright, now I should really stop running this before people actually start fucking with it. Thankfully, actually, here, let me go through this. Get rid of, go here, get rid of all these profiles, delete. Get rid of all these profiles, delete. Does my delete button actually not work? Hello? Wait, is my delete button actually broken? No. I guess it just didn't want to delete. It's fucking weird. Interesting. Oh, also, Josie, you are now on the users list. So you're right here. These are how many points you have. Those will go away very soon because that's not fair. That's a lot of points. But yeah. So what else is there? What else is there to do? I want to be able to delete profiles. I guess we could do that. Oh, I actually want to create a new. I wanted to create a new profile. Let's see. Let's go with the. Let's see. Create profile. Fuck my shit up. FMSU. Okay, I want to be. Let's see. Type in Windows. If you type in !_ Windows and you have enough points, you will be pressing the Windows button. Let's 10 points. Is that another one? Let's do. Let's see, Windows key, space bar, and we should be able to press the space bar. 10 points. What else do you want to press? Give me some ideas. There is a sleep key. It's not a keyboard key, but it's like a program key, where it basically puts the computer to sleep. I am not going to put that. No, thank you. Well, let's see. What else do we want to do? Tab, enter. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Windows sleep. The F buttons. Whatever F buttons we want. Mute. Volume up. Volume down. X track. Previous track. Do I have right mouse button twice? Left mouse button, right mouse button? Left mouse button, right mouse button. I do. It's weird. I need to take those out. Control, alt, escape, space bar. I have space bar multiple times as well. I have these multiple times as well. Excuse me. Huh. Okay, that's an interesting bug that I am glad I knew about. It's not game breaking, but it's something. It's something. Spacebar. So basically, like every time I add one of these, the keys to press kind of just the list gets like bigger and bigger and bigger because like it's not deleting the old ones. It's just like adding more and more. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that right now. But let's see. Windows, the spacebar. Right mouse button is fine for like jumping. So let's say jump. Another 10 points. What else? What else? What else? What else can fuck me up in the game? Left mouse button, right mouse button. I guess that's it. And I guess just make a dummy one because I don't have a way of like deleting it. Tab would pop up the the scoreboard, so just scoreboard. 10. Okay. Save and close. So let me have fuck my shit up now. Now if I'm gonna start the game. I'm gonna go here. And Josie, I don't know if you saw the list of icons. I'm sorry, the list of commands. Well, let me show them to you right now, real quick. Basically, I'm gonna be playing, and I just want you to do these commands. It's Windows, so it's gonna be exclamation mark Windows, exclamation mark spacebar, exclamation mark jump, exclamation mark scoreboard. Just do those things, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, wish me luck. Wish me luck. I'm gonna play one game and see what happens. I'm gonna play one game and see what happens. Oh, I'm gonna do casual. Fuck that, dude. I'm not gonna risk my rank for this shit, dude. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna regret this or not, but we'll see. Rip, okay. Oh, rip. Oh, that's a suck right there. That's a big old suck. That's a big old suck right there. Okay. So far you haven't typed in anything. So you're a loser. I'm just waiting for you to type in something just so I can make sure it works. Ooh, right there. Right. Okay, I got the away from him. Rip. Oh shit. Control it, control it, control it, control it. There you go. I'm gonna see if this works. Windows. It does. Okay. So far that works. I think Josie left, so oh well. I'm just gonna finish this game real quick, and then we'll go back to it. We'll go back to it. Oh. Alright, there you go. I forfeited because I felt bad. I felt bad. So, okay, perfect. So we know it works. Which is awesome. I've been streaming for 3.5 hours, and I'm really tired. So I am going to serve myself more water, and I'm going to stop the stream. I'll see you guys later.